anyone over 30. But anyone over 30 ain't coming out here ready to...
The gas pedal's on the right.
What?
Jesus Christ! What do you think George will do if he finds out all our dealings? Holy shit! Oh! Got a nice ring to it.
This shit with us getting hit doesn't get settled. My boy might wind up being there.
Nah, I won't come to that. The boys will take...
Work for me, and you might live long enough to raise your family.
Okay, sure thing. Whatever you want.
That's good, Charlie. Real good.
Send your men to the First Baptist Church. Those Dixie heathens have been handled.
I'll have some of my men come right over. And thanks.
Please state your name for the record.
Donovan, John.
Mr. Donovan, you understand that by appearing before this committee, you have explicitly waived your constitutional rights in regards to counsel and self-incrimination.
Sure.
And you further acknowledge that by appearing before this committee, you agree to disclose all information pertaining to the events that occurred in New Bordeaux during the summer and fall of 1968.
I wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't.
You were an operative in the Central Intelligence Agency from 1953 to 1969. Is that correct?
That's right.
When did you arrive in Vietnam?
August of 1961.
Please describe for this committee the actions you took during your time in Vietnam?
I spent a couple months in Saigon. Then I was transferred to a base in Laos that was operated by the Special Activities Division. We trained and equipped the Hmong and then turned them loose on the NVA. We're running arms and supplies via the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
And you worked with Lincoln Clay in what eventually became the Phoenix program.
Within a year or so, Lincoln was heading up his own PRU. We'd cross over into Vietnam and locate enemy targets and either kill them or bring them back for interrogation. Just thinking about it? Jesus Christ. You wouldn't believe the shit we did to those cocksuckers.
God ain't forgetting what those motherfuckers did to this place, Mr. Clay. I won't either. Go!
I'll get the cops down here.
Get the cops down here, quick! A call just came in on a car being stolen in the hollow. If there's a unit in the area, maybe stop over. What's going on?
This man's name is Jesse. We were just having ourselves a little conversation about Ritchie Doucet.
Listen, I ain't done nothing, you hear? I don't know anything. I was just taking a walking down the street and she just grabbed me is all.
You with Dixie Mafia?
No. Yes, I mean, shit. I did it for the money, you hear? I ain't got nothing personal against y'all. I don't even carry a gun.
Where's Doucet?
He's out at the abandoned amusement park to the west of here.
Banned Saturdays. What the hell is he doing out there?
From what I heard, it's because you've been tearing things up. Georgie's on a goddamn warpath. He wants Ritchie dead. So Ritchie, he grabbed what was left of the heroin and took off. Said he was gonna lay low until he could settle things with Georgie.
How many men he got with him?
Hell, I don't know. All of them.
Hand me that knife.
No, please. No, I ain't done nothing to y'all. Please, I'm begging you. My mom, she...
Go on, get.
He could warn Doucet.
He ain't no threat to nobody. Let him run back home to his mama.
If you wrong, there'll be hell to pay.
sense about this, man. Ritchie needs to work it. Hey, motherfucker! Georgie sent you?
Welcome to Baron Saturday's Fun Park. We're sure happy to have you with us today. So put your troubles aside and enjoy yourself. You never know what that dirty old Baron's got waiting for you round the corner. Hooey! Now on your right, we got the Carnival Carousel. Nice place for you boys and girls to stay out of trouble. But if you're one of those adventurous types, you might want to head over and meet the meanest gators this side of the bayou on the Crazy Gator roller coaster. But be careful now. I hear those boys sure do love dark meat.
Huh?
Holy shit! Move your ass!
Get over here! You gotta find him!
Welcome to the Bone Rattler. Ain't much resting in peace going on here.
Fuck that!
To
I didn't mean to get mixed up in all this shit.
keep your hands on inside the caskets at all times. And keep an eye on them kitties now, you hear? Enjoy the ride, y'all!
This place is fucking creepy as shit.
That shit'll wake you up.
For an ice-cold huckabuck. Ooh, that's good. Well, folks, you made it all the way to the paddle wheel. And Lord have mercy. There's the view from the top. But don't take my word for it. Welcome, y'all. Oh, you'd like to hear a story? Well, I just happen to have one. So why don't you sit for a spell and have a listen to my tale about that devil beast known as the Rougarou. It all began in a small Negro village nestled deep in the mountains. city. It was a place where slaves ran the highs of the world and loved to call home. But something else called this place home too. Something evil. And it was watching. Waiting. Now say what you will about the life of a slave, but those days brought the Negro folk closer to God. Many a soul from the lake of fire that it did. But soon they started backsliding, returning to the ways of their fucking ancestors. And an elder named Papa Virgil led them back to that old heathen practice known as voodoo. And good old Papa Virgil, well, he took on a new name.
Time to shit or get off the ball!
That is darkness. This was his time. Men, women, even children started.
You need to run this through, boy. You think you can come in here and steal my heroin without nobody noticing?
I'm not here to steal your heroin, Ritchie. I'm here to make you pay for what you did to Sammy and Ellis Robinson.
I didn't have nothing to do with that!
I watched you stab Ellis in the gut. I couldn't do nothing about it then, but I sure as hell can now.
God damn it! None of that was my idea, you hear? It was all Georgie, him and his old man. They wanted y'all gone, not me. What was I supposed to do? Say no?
Either that or make sure that I was dead.
Oh, no. No, please. Please, listen. Just decent thing would be to let a man get in a prayer before you kill him.
You can pray on the way up.
When I saw Ritchie Doucet hanging from that Ferris wheel, I felt a profound sense of disbelief. Nothing like this had ever happened before. You mobsters killed each other all the time, but it was generally a small, contained event. Some greaseball is eating spaghetti and meatballs at his favorite restaurant and gets popped in the head. But this was different. Even then, even before I knew who killed him, I knew that Ritchie had been put on display. Lincoln was trained in psychological warfare by the CIA. He wanted to terrify the mob, wanted them to know he was going to kill every last one of them, and that none of them would be able to stop him.
Mr. Duvall.
Oh, that I am. Remy Duvall, that is. Welcome to the Native Son, dear listener. At this segment, I am joined by the lovely Miss Olivia Marcano.
Hey, everyone.
Dear listeners, some of you know Miss Marcano from her charitable work with underprivileged girls around New Bordeaux. Now, I have known her since she was herself just a girl.
A Mr. Duvall star.
Oh, just a picture of charm and grace. And folks, I have seen the cotillion photos, and they are glorious.
Oh, stop it.
All right, back to business. Miss Marcano, you are back with an update for our listeners.
That's right, Mr. Duvall. We're opening up the Duvall Trust Scholarship for another month of submissions.
Oh, the Duvall Trust Scholarship. You know, with a name like that, it sounds just fascinating. Now, why don't you remind our listeners what that is exactly? I believe this year we're focusing on the sciences. Is that right?
That is correct. The Trust is seeking applicants from
Found you?
How you doing?
My belief is it just came about because it was work.
Doucet's dead. The hollow's yours.
They say you strung him up on the old Ferris wheel.
He killed Ellis. Shit all over the people in this neighborhood. Doucet got what he deserved.
The righteous will rejoice when he sees the vengeance. He will bathe his feet in the blood of the wicked. That goes both ways, you know.
Thought you said all that was behind us.
My men are struggling with the notion that we now have to answer to the same man who killed Baca, who wiped out half our number.
If I was them, I'd get over it. We don't have time to go around coddling people.
Of course not. But gestures carry weight. And if you were to help my man Emmanuel, that's a gesture that would go a long way in calming nerves.
What's he need?
He oversees my reefer operation over at the boathouse. Help him, and I'll see to it you get a portion of the profits.
Just so we're clear, I'm expecting a cut of everything, not just what comes from selling weed. It's gonna cost a lot of money to take down Marcano.
Don't worry. I'll make sure you get your money.
The Loire welcome. We had this kind of money because of all the work you done. I recognize the trust you had to have to put the holler in my hands. You won't regret it. I'm counting on you to stick with me when you hand out the next district. He's too humble. You think Marcana's being Haitian in this city is hard, but being Haitian in the holler is even harder. My boys know that, and they stand strong and work to change hearts and minds.
My church is the city of New Bordeaux, and my congregation, every single one of her citizens. The Lord moves in mysterious ways, friend, and I would be a fool to deny him.
Breaking news in New Bordeaux. There are reports of a violent shootout at the abandoned Baron Saturday's Fun Park. The authorities haven't released an official tally, but sources are reporting multiple casualties. One witness claims to have seen a man hanging from the very top of the decommissioned Ferris wheel, but police have refused to comment on the veracity of that report. The Fun Park has been closed for a number of years and was once a subject of controversy for what colored civil rights groups described as racially inflammatory imagery.
You want to buy something? You need to talk to Cassandra.
She said you could use some help, assuming you're Emmanuel.
Assume at your own risk, Lincoln Clay.
So running the weed, y'all got a routine laid out?
We take a boat to the bayou, grab the bears, bring them back.
Bayou can be a rough territory. Dixie Mafia knows every inch.
Do those white boys scare you, Fred? Did they touch your zozo when you were a child?
Cassandra failed to mention your charming personality.
I highly doubt she forgot.
You do this kind of thing back in Haiti?
Back in my country, I was a hooligan, a priest.
What's a priest know about trafficking weed?
I did not run marijuana, Fred. My cargo was refugees, people. I saved their lives, got them away from Duvalier. But you probably don't know much about that.
We gonna have a problem, you and me?
Cassandra says we are partners, that everything is cool between us. Are we cool?
Don't think I call it that.
Neither would I. Cassandra might be able to let go of what you did to our people. But I cannot.
Maybe you'd be happier back in Haiti.
It was not my choice to come here. Leave my home. But I'm trying to make the best of it.
Aren't we all?
There are still Dixie Mafia scattered around the hollow. If you have the time, you should see to them. Convince them to leave.
A shipment of weed is being delivered down in the bayou. Get a boat, use it to bring everything back.
We cleaning this place up?
Right, thanks to you.
What were the motivations of those who drove it to be made illegal in the first place? Well, New Bordeaux has a long, proud tradition of cultivating our own vices. Making our own cigars and alcohol since before this city even existed. But of course, if the government doesn't get its cut, well, then you got trouble. So why not legalize and tax it? Is there something else going on here? Well, there's a person who might be able to shine a light of day. There are 100,000 total marijuana smokers in the U.S., and most are Negroes, Hispanics, Filipinos, and entertainers. Their satanic music, jazz, and swing result from marijuana use. This marijuana causes white women to seek sexual relations with Negroes, entertainers, and any others. Mr. Harry Anslinger, the man responsible for the prohibition of marijuana, said that back 30 years ago. Mr. Anslinger also blessed us with these fine words of wisdom. Reefer makes darkies think they as good as white men. So, the prohibition of reefer is based purely on racist motherfuckers looking to demonize black folks. Any colored folk out there surprised to hear that? Didn't think so. But when you boil it down, how exactly is this prohibition affecting the black community? Actually, let's widen that net a bit. Do these laws mean no one, black, white, brown, or blue, is lighting up? Are we just not smoking weed? Of course not. Folks are enjoying it as much as that bathtub gin or that Bayou Shine. The real question then is who's getting incarcerated for it. And that's what we're really talking about, ain't it? I hear the amens echoing through the hollow right now, for sure, for sure. But I'm gonna answer that question with another quote from the good Mr. Anslinger. The primary reason to outlaw marijuana is its effect on the degenerate race. Degenerate races. Degenerate. And the word. Remember when we spoke about those who don't believe colored folk are even human? How do you change those lives? How do you combat that level of ignorance by anything? Come see the action at the Smokin' Dixie Speedway. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. 180-mile-an-hour top fuel dragsters, top fuel funny cars, factory hot rods. Get your tickets now. Drop coming down. Demolition derby to the dead. It's the wildest show on wheels. Fun for the whole family. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
You know, when I've had a long day and want a quick bite, but don't want anything too fancy, there's a little place I love that feels just like home. The Briar Patch. This is Remy Duval, dear listener, and sure, the Briar Patch is a sponsor, but truth be told, I'd eat there even if they weren't. Why? Because stepping into a Briar Patch is like stepping back into the past. Good old-fashioned Southern cooking and prices to match. With locations all over New Bordeaux, there's always a Briar Patch close by. Good food, good folks, good old-fashioned Southern hospitality.
Okay then. See you next time. Over and out.
God ain't forgetting what those motherfuckers did to this place, Mr. Clay. I won't tease her.
Ah, hey there, Frey. How is life running with her?
I got it covered.
Good. Because I'm getting word those Dixie bosons are starting to interfere with our drops.
They can try all they like. Still won't change the outcome. You getting in touch with your artistic side?
My wife used to draw on anything she could get her hands on. Half the time she didn't even realize what she was doing. And yet every stroke was perfection.
She's still back in Haiti?
Yes. It is where she is buried.
Guess we've all had our share of losses.
Our losses, Frey, are nowhere near the same.
I'm just trying to turn the page, set things right with you.
And you think comparing the deaths of our loved ones will do that? Papa Doc had my wife tortured trying to locate me. He had the tonton Macoute bludgeon my children to death in order to save bullets. When I last saw my wife, her eyes had ruptured from the electroshock. My little boy, his face was caved in. And my little girl, she had been hit so hard she was decapitated. They were faultless. So you and me, Frey, we are nothing in common. Makano is an evil man. In that there is no question. But just because an evil man kills, it does not mean his victims are innocent.
Innocence ain't a thing that exists around folks like us. At least not for long. Hell, I'm not even sure I know what it looks like anymore.
I used to. Once. But the bloodier I get, the quicker that picture fades. But that's not important right now. Important thing is getting our weed back from the Dixie Mafia. A large shipment of marijuana is at this dock. Cassandra is a woman of great strength, fiercely independent. But sometimes she uses her independence to keep others at a distance.
Come on.
Problems?
This goddamn thing keeps jamming up. If you're ready to see the other briefings, we can get started.
Show me what else you managed to dig up.
You got it. 2 of the city's finest scumbags. The man himself, Mr. Vito Scaletta.
You gotta be shitting me.
Last couple months have been pretty tough on old Vito. Sal's always hated him. Thought he was a mole for the commission, but he couldn't do anything about it because Vito's made. After the heist, Sal refused to pay Vito his cut, and then he put the clamps on him. He's been trying to limit Vito's ability to pay what's owed.
And if Scaletta can't kick up, the commissioner give Marcano permission to whack him.
The only reason that Vito is still above ground is because he has a couple off-the-record businesses. He's been using that money to pay Sal.
Gotta give Scaletta credit. Pretty goddamn tenacious.
He's lasted a lot longer than I thought he would, but the clock is ticking. A couple weeks ago, Sal sent in his nephew, a kid named Michael Greco, to help Vito run River Row. Greco's been using his guys to limit what Vito can do, where he can go. Once he has Vito completely boxed in, he'll make his move.
Scaletta has to know what Greco has planned. I'll pay him a visit. See if I can't leverage this thing with Greco to bring Scaletta around to my way of thinking.
I'm sure I'll appreciate your concern.
Haven't the people down here heard about a little invention called air?
Oh, yes. Point for Dunn's favorite son, Thomas Burke.
How's he doing since Danny?
9 weeks ago, Burke stumbles into Roman the Butcher Barbiere's deli, drunk off his ass, waving a gun around. He fires off 10 rounds, but the only thing he manages to hit is a fucking ham hock in the goddamn deli case. The butcher's boys slap the shit out of him and toss him in a dumpster.
Barbieri is the one who took over Point Verdun, right? Busted up Burke's leg with a tire iron.
That's why Burke was willing to go along with the robbery. He thought it'd make things square with Sal, and he'd be able to get Point Verdun back.
You always struck me as an asshole.
Yeah, just like every other Irishman. But he hates Marcano as much as you do.
Yeah, all right. Least I can do is give Danny's old man a chance for a little payback. Oh, fucking hell.
He's been spending his time in a dive bar up in Point Verdun. Duffy's, it's called. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yo, you better be worth all this trouble.
Anyone could have ever predicted. Except yours truly, of course. Seems there's a gentleman out there, maybe he's even listening right now, who police are referring to as a violent agitator. Now hold on, that's not exactly right. Police are actually referring to him as a violent black agitator. Our own Chief Earl Wilson had this to say. Negroes must be guided with firm hand, and that hand must not be afraid to be raised if the situation calls for it. So while we get all kinds of opinions on who this person is, conjecture on what their motivations and how to deal with it, we avoid the obvious question. Of course, the obvious ain't ever the easiest. Instead of asking what kind of person commits these acts of violence, you gotta take a long look in the mirror and ask what kind of city creates a person like this. What were the circumstances to drive someone to do these things? What level of hopelessness did they descend into? Was this presented itself as the only answer? How has this city failed one of its own in such a monumental way? Before...
Any word about how it's going in there? How you think? Vito's taking his beating. Wish Greco would just let us kill him. What's that? You know what I mean. Look, I get doing them coons over in Holland. Hell, bringing that dumb cracker Ritchie in makes some kind of sense. But Vito's made.
Jesus. I got some on me. That's probably what. Somebody's brains. A little bit of intestine, maybe. But right now, I didn't think Greco would. Jesus God, I'm sorry. You gonna say something? Say something, goddammit!
Fuck out of me.
With Greco around, ain't no one feeling real secure about that place, so we just keep at it.
Huh?
That didn't sound right.
What was that?
Oh, shit!
Getting out of here. Shouldn't have come here.
Gas! Got it! Kill our fucking crew!
This here's the last day of your miserable life.
Holy balls! Yes! Got him! He's over here! Right one, boys!
Let me out of here, you cocksuckers! Danny! Zero! Is that you? Oh, Greco, you done?
Looks like I got here just in time, Vito.
Lincoln. How's this possible? I thought you were dead.
Bullet was deflected by my skull. Came out the back.
Talk about some goddamn luck.
Worst place to shoot a fella's in the forehead. Skull's harder than you think. Come on. We need to have a talk.
When I heard about what happened, I went to Marcano asking my cut right then and there. Figured if he fucked you and Sammy, I'd be next.
Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't go for it.
Said he wanted to wait for the heat to die down. Didn't want me running around, buying expensive shit, getting noticed. Like I'm some fucking amateur, never sat on a big score before. The money I fronted for the robbery was pretty much everything I put away. Didn't have enough to run, so I stayed. Commission wouldn't let him just kill me, so I figured I'd make that cocksucker jump through every hoop. Make him prove I deserve to get whacked. Wasn't much, but it was something.
Heard he brought in his nephew to push you out.
A kid named Michael Greco. Nephew by marriage, not blood.
Sure didn't number in here.
Yeah. They were looking to see what other rackets I was running. Like I'd leave a fucking paper trail in my office. Nah, don't bother with that shit. Look, appreciate you getting me out of the freezer and all, but, what are you doing here?
Marcano deserves to pay for what he did, so I'm going after him. Him, his brothers, his lieutenants, all of them. And I'm gonna need your help.
Look, pretty much whittled me down to nothing. I mean, this is it.
For now, maybe. Once I take back River Road from Greco, money will start coming in, it'll be a different story.
Also, we're partners now.
As long as you do what I say and give me what I want when I want it.
So goodbye Marcano, hello Lincoln Clay.
It's either that or more of this. And next time I won't be around to fish your ass out the freezer.
Nobody kills that scumbag but me. You bring me Greco. I'm in.
Tell me about his rackets.
He took over the dock union and he's got a warehouse. There's a lot of valuable shit in there. You take both of them out, Greco's finished. A couple of my guys been keeping tabs on him. You should talk to them. They'll fill you in.
All right.
Hey, Lincoln. I'm, still trying to get this place back in order. You gotta help me get my businesses back. These Marcano fucks have gotta go. Ever wonder when the other shoe was gonna drop? With Sal, I mean. No offense, but goddamn, you're a monster. When do you fucking eat, kid?